Imagine a city lost for 4,000 years, a civilization so advanced it had urban planning and plumbing that rivaled Rome's, thousands of years before Rome even existed, and then it vanished. This isn't a fantasy epic, it's the real story of Mohenjo-Daro, the jewel of the ancient Indus Valley in Sindh. What happened to this metropolis of 500,000 people? Why can't we read their writing? And who were the enigmatic figures they left behind, frozen in stone and bronze? Today, we're not just digging up artifacts, we're excavating the secrets of a city that time tried to erase. Join us as we journey back to the banks of the mighty Indus River and unravel the enduring mystery of Mohenjo-Daro. Let's rewind the clock to about 2500 BCE. While pharaohs were building pyramids in Egypt and Mesopotamian kings were writing the first laws, something extraordinary was happening in what is now modern-day Pakistan. In the fertile floodplain of the Indus River, a civilization was laying the foundations for one of history's greatest urban marvels. This was the Harappan civilization, and Mohenjo-Daro was its crown jewel. But this city wasn't built on a whim. It was built on an obsession with order. Picture this. A master brickmaker, let's call him Dravid, isn't just slapping mud together. He's meticulously crafting each brick to a precise, standardized size. Why? Because as he might have told his apprentice, the river gives life, but the city gives us permanence. Every brick must be the same, or the walls of our legacy will crumble. This wasn't just about building houses. It was about building an idea. The entire city was laid out on a perfect grid system, with wide, straight streets running north-south and east-west. It was a masterpiece of civil engineering, a testament to a people who valued logic and structure above all else. At the heart of this ordered city stood the citadel, a raised area that housed the city's most important structures, and on top of it, the Great Bath. This wasn't just a public swimming pool. This colossal, waterproof tank, built with layers of bitumen and perfectly fitted bricks, was likely the center of the city's spiritual life. Imagine residents moving with a sense of communal purpose, participating in rituals where water wasn't just for drinking or cleaning, but for purification. It speaks to a deep, shared belief system, and beneath their feet, another marvel, the world's first advanced urban sanitation system. Covered drains lined the streets, carrying waste away from homes and into soak pits. Every house had its own bathroom in connection to this system. It was a level of public health and hygiene that would be seen again in many parts of the world for thousands of years. But Mohenjo-Daro wasn't an isolated utopia. It was a bustling cosmopolitan hub of global trade. Let's wander down to the marketplace. The air is thick with the scent of spices and the buzz of different languages. Traders from as far away as Mesopotamia have sailed and trekked for months to be here. They bring precious blue lapis lazuli from the mountains of Afghanistan and unload it in exchange for the vibrant red carnelian beads, expertly crafted by Harappan artisans. This wasn't simple barter. The merchants used a sophisticated system of standardized weights and measures, carved from stone with incredible precision, ensuring every transaction was fair. Mohenjo-Daro was a vital node in the ancient world's first global economy, a city whose wealth was built on craftsmanship, trust, and a truly global outlook. Mohenjo-Daro was a vital node in the ancient world's first global economy, a city whose wealth was built on craftsmanship, trust, and a truly global outlook. In a small, dusty workshop, an artist is carefully pouring molten bronze into a clay mold. He's using a technique we now call the lost wax method, a complex process that allows for incredible detail. As the mold cools and is broken away, a figure emerges. It's a small bronze statue, only about 4 inches tall, of a young woman. She stands with one hand on her hip, her head tilted back, her body adorned with bangles all the way up one arm. This is the dancing girl, one of the most famous artifacts ever recovered from the ancient world. But she is so much more than a statue. Look at her posture, as the artist who created her might have thought. She doesn't stand like a servant. She stands like she owns the music of the street. There's a confidence, an unapologetic self-assurance in her stance. She represents the vibrant artistic spirit of the Harappan people. She's not a goddess or a queen. She feels real. Now imagine a festival at night. The city is alive with firelight, music from drums and pipes echoing through the grid-like streets. We see women in the crowd, their arms adorned with stacks of bangles, just like the bronze figurine. Suddenly, the artifact is humanized. It's not just an object in a museum. It's a reflection of the fashion, the confidence, and the social life of a thriving Bronze Age culture. This artistic spirit was matched by a deep intellectual life. Elsewhere in the city, a scribe sits hunched over a small piece of soapstone. With a sharp tool, he carefully carves intricate symbols. A unicorn-like animal, a fish, a series of geometric shapes. These are the seals of Mohenjo-Daro. Thousands have been found, each unique, likely used for trade or as personal identifiers. But here's the great mystery. We have no idea what they say. The Indus script remains one of the world's last major undeciphered writing systems. Was it a language, a code, a series of religious symbols? We just don't know. The script is a silent testament to the intellectual depth of a civilization whose voice we have yet to hear. So, who ruled this complex, orderly, and artistic society? In the citadel, we encounter another enigmatic figure. He is carved from soapstone, a small but commanding sculpture of a man. His eyes are half closed in a meditative state. He wears a patterned robe decorated with a trefoil design, a symbol also found in Mesopotamia and Egypt. This is the priest king. But he doesn't look like a warrior king. There are no grand statues of him conquering enemies. No weapons buried in his non-existent tomb. His calm demeanor suggests a different kind of authority. One based on consensus, religion, or stewardship, rather than military might. Imagine him inspecting the Great Granary, a massive structure designed to store the city's surplus grain. As he looks over the foundation of what would have been a vast wooden building, he might have said, "A ruler is but a steward of the grain. If the soils are empty, the crown is weightless." His power came not from fear, but from ensuring the well-being of his people. We see this in action in the market. A dispute arises over a measure of goods. The priest king's officials don't draw swords. They bring out the standardized stone weights. The dispute is settled with logic and precision. This was a bureaucracy that worked, a system of governance that was, in its own way, profoundly human. And life wasn't all about high-level politics and trade. In the courtyards of the brick houses, children played with terracotta toys, miniature carts, animals, and whistling birds, reminding us that this grand civilization was built by families, by people living out their everyday lives. But even the greatest cities can fall. And the decline of Mohenjo-Daro wasn't a dramatic explosion, but a slow, silent fading. The very force that gave the city life, the Indus River, began to betray it. Over decades, the river's course started to shift. The climate changed. Once predictable floods may have become catastrophic, or perhaps the river moved away entirely, leaving the city's wells to run dry. We can picture the priest king, or his successor, standing on the citadel, looking out over parched fields, realizing with a heavy heart that the environment was reclaiming their meticulously built world. The end came, not with a battle, but with a migration. We see a poignant, quiet exodus. Families pack their belongings, pottery, tools, and the few valuables they can carry. The great streets, once bustling with trade, grow quiet. In the corner of a house, a small bronze statue, the dancing girl, is left behind, perhaps accidentally. Perhaps because it was too heavy to carry on a long journey into the unknown. Soon, she and everything else will be covered by layers of silt and sand, buried by the dust of millennia. By 1900 BCE, Mohenjo-Daro was silent. For nearly 4,000 years, the city slept. its name and its story completely forgotten. Then in the 1920s, everything changed. Archaeologists, drawn to a mysterious mound in Sindh, began to dig. With brushes and shovels, they carefully swept away the dirt of ages, and the city began to reawaken. First uniform bricks, then the grid-like streets, and then the treasures. The stoic face of the priest-king emerged from the soil, his meditative gaze unbroken by time. And in the ruins of a house, they found her, the dancing girl, her bronze skin darkened, but her defiant spirit still shining through. Mohenjo-Daro, Sindh, reminds us that civilizations are not just stone and bronze. They are ideas. The people of the Indus Valley did not simply disappear. Their legacy endured. They became the soil of Sindh. Their ingenuity is an ancestor to every well-planned city, and their artistic spirit echoes in every bronze melody we hear today. Mohenjo-Daro remains a beautiful, haunting mystery, a testament to a world that was lost, but thanks to archaeology, will never again be forgotten.
Thank you so much for joining us on this journey back in time. What part of Mohenjo-Daro's story amazes you the most? Let us know in the comments below if you found this story as fascinating as we do. Please hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next historical deep dive.